I mean, is Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points? I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they had the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get the sauce. Yo, where'd I go? Oh, there I am. What's up? All right, I got 15 minutes. Just didn't want to... hold on. Just didn't want to leave you guys hanging because you've been coming here at midnight every night. Figured I'll pop in if you guys wanted to talk about anything. What's the best TV Jones quote of all time? I don't really know. We should keep like a log. Do you always play the juice? Not sure what you mean by that. If you want to ask it in a different way. Always play the juice. Well, I mean, every single bet you place is going to have VIG attached to it, if that's what you mean. Are you betting Max Holloway or Justin Poirier? I'm not a UFC guy. The UFC lost me like 2 years ago. They started marketing it like... I don't want to come off like a hater or anything because I know a lot of my friends are into it. They started marketing it a lot like professional wrestling, and it's just not my thing. So I don't mean that as a negative. It's just not my thing personally. Like Dana White holding the people back during weigh-ins is like, what? Like, what, they're going to assault each other right there? That's a felony. I mean, they market it like these fighters are caged animals that like they're gonna rip each other's heads off, when it's like, dude, these are probably the most disciplined people. Like Colby Covington was an all-American wrestler at Stanford. I'm supposed to believe he's some loose cannon. Like, he's probably never even cheated on a test before. He's probably never missed curfew before. You know the level of discipline it takes to be that good at something? Like, it just doesn't resonate with me, honestly. How old are you? 36. You downsize your units out of the All-Star break with results being a little more variant. I don't know. I guess I just wouldn't be as confident in my projected numbers. So maybe a little bit, but I mean, one of my favorite edges in baseball is the bullpen usage anyway. So right out of the All-Star break, the first couple games, all the arms are going to be available. So take the All-Star break out of it in that situation. I would already have trouble locating some stuff. Would you consider doing NHL picks next season? Sure. I tried to do NHL picks. Just can't find a person. I need to find somebody that the NHL, if I did NHL picks on the show, it wouldn't really bring in a lot of money. So it would need to be somebody that is already doing an NHL show and would be down to do it for the exposure, which is like a very specific type of person. So it has to be somebody that already has a show, but maybe doesn't have the most viewership. So they would come on for the year, and obviously I pay them a little bit, but I can't afford to pay an NHL analyst like what they deserve to be paid. So it would have to be somebody that would do it at a discount for the exposure. So that's harder to find than you think. A quick video on how you I need a quick video on how you built your models. There will be nothing quick about that video. I mean, I could do an hour-long video on just one page of one of the there's nothing quick about that. I reached out to Andy Frances. He said he doesn't have time. Are you looking forward to the football season, and what team do you like? Man, one thing about doing this is there are no favorite teams in football, man. My favorite team is whichever one I have the strongest position on that day. In baseball and basketball, it's a little different. There's so many games that, like, if I bet against the Mets, I'm down with losing my bet, or I'm down with the Mets losing a game. It doesn't really matter. But in football, man, sample size is too small. I need those W's, man. There are no favorite teams. But I grew up a Dallas Cowboys fan. I denounced myself as a Cowboys fan when... So it kind of happened simultaneously. I started getting really into sports betting around the same time when the Cowboys gave Ezekiel Elliott the contract when he was holding out in Mexico. That's when I was like, okay, I'm not a Cowboys fan anymore. Because it was clear, like, okay, this team is trying to sell jerseys. They're not trying to win. No one on planet Earth, not one respected football mind, thought that was a good decision. I mean, they didn't even have to pay him for 2 more years. He was already declining. Gave $90 million to a running back whose best days were behind. It was just terrible. So the only people that wanted the Cowboys to sign Ezekiel Elliott at that point were Cowboys fans that just are playing fantasy football, that are just rooting for the numbers on. So it just became clear, like, okay, Jerry Jones will do whatever the fans ask him to do. Are you a season-long team totals having your money locked up? So it's not that I'm against team totals. It just never works for me because in order to be competitive in those future markets, like let's say college football win totals, man, in order for me to be competitive in those markets, I need to be on that in February, March. I mean, the professional college football bettors they're ready to rock at early March. Man, I got March Madness going on. I mean, the people that compete in those markets only do college football. So I can never compete in those markets. By the time I get to college football, there's no value left anywhere. So, and that kind of goes for all sports because I do all sports year round on this channel. I'll never be able to get future markets. I'll never be able to be competitive in those because the people that specialize in a single sport will always beat me to them. When I can be competitive is once the season starts and the lines are opening for week 3, we're kind of all on an even playing field because they're all opening for us at the same time. So are you more successful betting NFL or NCAA? Oh, NFL. College football it's tough, dude. It's really tough to beat those numbers. I love it. It's a lot of fun, but it's challenging. Sauce, have you ever had to fart during a show and you held it? I have a mute button, dude. You would never know. I'm like a ninja up here. Do you know Stump the Spread podcast? I know who he is. I've never spoken to him, though. When did Toast say you can say the same thing about Creighton? Dude, I don't know. Someone went and found that clip. I have no idea. I would have imagined March Madness 2 years ago, maybe. What happened to Andy? Andy passed away from a heart defect in January. At what age did it start getting hard to put your socks on? I'd say like 33. Well, I was really overweight at like 33. When the channel first blew up, I spent so many hours on the computer that I put in a lot of weight. And then finally, when money started to come in, I got myself back down to like I'm healthy now. So I'd say like 33. You still got a video of Jay betting Mitch 5,000? I'm sure. Yeah, it's up there somewhere. I didn't delete anything, so. Most exciting MLB prospect? I have no idea. The MLB draft is not exciting. Don't let Toast try to tell you it's exciting. It's not. We're not going to see these guys for 15 years. Doesn't matter. Is Beaver going to be back for football season? I'm not sure. He's really into something. I don't know if he wants me to share his business, but he got like a cool opportunity. I was just talking to him the other day, so I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know as far as like a full-time thing, but I'm sure you'll see him. Can Scoop do an MLS show? It's tough. Me and Scoop are doing those college football previews. Those things, they take a lot of time. I mean, you guys aren't seeing those because they're all happening behind the scenes, but I mean, these take forever. Takes forever to build these, dude. Like, this is what me and Scoop are doing. And then we're going to release one long video with all 136 teams when it's done. Where's all the best free places to research everything you need? Oh, man, free? College football data. Fangraphs for MLB. To be honest, I've had subscriptions to all these sites for so long that I don't even remember which ones are free. What do I look for when finding people to join my network? I guess like I'd say like self-starter would be a good way to describe it. I mean, this is not a normal industry. It's very competitive. A lot of people want to talk about sports and talk about sports betting for a living. And when you're talking about a competitive industry, obviously you can't afford to treat it like a 9 to 5. Like if you're really going to try to do this, like you have to put a lot of time. You're not going to just be like, yeah, I'll work 40 hours a week and I'll just start a sports betting YouTube channel or a blog. It's just not going to work because there's people doing it for free. So you have to stay pretty diligent. So I guess I look for people who would be doing it on their own anyway, kind of thing. Not really someone that's like that, almost like someone that wouldn't need me to give them an opportunity. Someone that like I think will get an opportunity on their own anyway, type of thing, I guess would be the best way to describe it. Do I ever look at YouTube analytics? Yeah, like 100 times a day. It's probably the most opened app on my phone, that YouTube Studio app. Are you looking to add a UFC guy? Yeah, you know what? The guy, shit. I forget his name, but he does I was just talking to him. He does the UFC shows over at Pub Sports. Maybe we could do something with them. I like Spoon a lot. Obviously, Spoon is on shows over there. So, when are the notes for college football coming out? Probably mid-August is a good guess. Train FX, do you have kids? Absolutely not. Never. I am way too selfish to have kids. But you know what? I feel like it's actually a little bit selfless for me to come out and say that, because I feel like that describes a lot of people who don't realize it until after they have the kids. Now, I one thing I realized is I need the life I needed. I need to do whatever I want. Like I need to wake up and do whatever I want to do that day. That's like, I can't have a boss or a landlord. I can't do it. And I noticed that about myself years ago. So obviously that doesn't just happen. You have to work for that. But yeah, I need to like call the shots. I'm the type of person that needs to be, I don't want to say in charge, because I'm not really bossing anyone else around. Not like that. It's just I need to make my own decisions for me. That's what works for me. Am I married? No. Have I ever met any sports celebs or Hall of Famers? I'm not sure. I'm not the type of person that would even like maybe, and I forgot. Like I'm not even the type of person that would even care. I'm very and I think this happens when you get older. Like when I was younger, I loved everything about sports, like the drama, the arguments on First Take, and like what the athletes were tweeting after the game, like, oh my god, he called the receiver out. And then I got like into my late 20s and my 30s, and like I really like the sport. But once the sport is like, once the football game starts, I watch. Once the clock says 0, I don't care. Like I don't care about anything. I don't care what the players tweet or like who they date. I don't. It's just not my thing. I'm just interested in the numbers for the next game. So I like the sport. I don't really like the reality TV surrounding the sport, I guess, would be the best way to describe it. Does league restart Friday? Yeah, you know what? Tinker. We'll start it up for a 10-day. We'll do a 10-day league. What do you like to do in your free time? Make video content, man. That's probably why I've had success with it, because this is literally what I want to do. Yeah, I used to, like, back in the day, I used to like playing video games, and man, this is all I want to do. Is like a free time for me would be like playing around in After Effects and making some new graphics, or that's what I would do. That's something I would do. I would consider enjoyable time. So I really enjoy what I do. How much was my biggest loss? man, I'm not a gambler like that. I love the numbers and I love the sports and the math. I'm not like a gambler where like I get a high from a huge win or a huge loss. I'm not like that. I like placing a bet, beating the closing number, like feeling like, oh, I did my job, like nailed it. Then sweating out the bet with friends in the group. Like that's what I like about it. It's not really like, oh, have $50,000 on a game so I can't breathe. That's just not me. What'd you major at UConn? I didn't get far enough to even get a major. Jen, I made it like 6 weeks. I didn't make it that far. I think I was gonna do business. It was years ago. What's the most I've made? Again, I don't bet huge parlays like that. Recently, we hit one of those stupid same game parlays at a Monday Night Football game. I think I don't know. I think it was like $5,000 or something. I don't really remember. You hitting any college football games this year? Now, a couple more years, man. I do want to set up a life where I can travel around like that, but like the rate at which this is growing, it would be stupid of me not like to keep the pedal down, you know? So, I mean, at some point I'll take the pedal off and do some traveling, but my life, if you saw my day-to-day life during the fall, it's freaking like when I say I work 100 hours a week, I might be like, it's crazy. I wake up and work until I shut my eyes. So traveling is just out of the question during the fall. Got a lot out of my bankroll management video. He's curious if you make a video on how to build a baseball model. It's like, it's tough. It's the kind of thing where there's a lot of, what's the best way to describe it? There's a lot of aspects to building those types of things there's a lot of problem solving and critical thinking involved. It's not really a step-by-step process, and it's the kind of thing where if you're looking for like a step-by-step guide on how to build it, you're probably not going to be able to build it and maintain it, because I mean the amount of work that goes into just maintaining a model throughout the season is pretty significant. You have to stay on top of things. So if you're looking for like a step-by-step like a set of directions on how to build it, then you probably wouldn't be able to maintain it anyway, if that makes any sense. I felt like you disrespected Clayton Kershaw, brushing off the fact that he got 3,000 strikeouts like it was nothing. That is not what happened. That is a misrepresentation. I didn't realize that he had 3,000 strikeouts. So I was saying, why are they clapping? He gave up 4 runs to the White Sox. And then once I found out that he had 3,000 strikeouts, I said, oh, I didn't know that. Opinion on betting home run bets. I mean, like everything else, if you price him out, I'm sure you could place valuable bets. I personally, and this is more philosophically speaking, I'm not comfortable betting into markets where there's not an inverse side. Like most sportsbooks don't have a not to hit the home run, because I mean, basic logic tells me the other side of the bet is what would keep that market fair. For example, if the football 49ers Seahawks and they only gave you 49ers minus 20, if there's no Seahawks plus 20 to even out the market, then I mean, what's their incentive to give you a fair price on those? Like, but I mean, I'm sure you can price them out and place profitable bets. It just as far as I'm concerned, it's not really my thing. Also, I like to stick to the larger markets. They're the most efficient, and also you can bet into them for a lot longer without getting limited. Who's your college football team? I don't have one. Whoever I have the strongest position on that Saturday. Please tell the people the legendary story of how you met Modi. You'd have to ask him, because I honestly don't. I don't remember. I think just on Twitter or something. I don't remember. Appreciate it, Sports Hub. Do I also bet NHL? No, I personally don't. I mean, sometimes, but it'll be if I'm like tailing a friend, or I don't follow it close enough. The MLB stat sheets, they're for the people in the Discord. So no, they're not free. It's $30 a month. The money I make from YouTube versus the time you put in, how much I make hourly. I couldn't really begin to figure it. I have a decent sized staff. So are you just talking about how much revenue I bring in gross? Decent amount. I'm intrigued how your nickname came about. The high school lunch lady. She was like this lady that smoked a lot of she's this lady that smoked a lot of cigarettes, and when you when you ordered something like a chicken sandwich or something, she would say, "What kind of sauce would you like, honey? What kind of sauce would you like with your nuggets, honey?" And we always used to say that. It wasn't supposed to be. I started the channel and uploading pics without a name. So that's kind of another thing when people are thinking about starting podcasts or starting a business. They spend so much time on what? Like the logo, the colors, and like all this cosmetic shit. When in reality, it's like, why don't you focus on whether or not you have a good product? And like, I started uploading videos long before I had a name. And after a while, it was like, you probably should have a name. So I picked it almost like sarcastically. I also didn't expect it to grow. When I first started uploading videos, I'm sure a lot of you people know this. When I first started uploading videos to YouTube, I was uploading them as resume pieces to try to get a video editing job at ESPN or Fox Sports or NBC Sports, or I was emailing all of them all the time. So I was uploading myself talking about sports so I can edit cool stats in and then send it to them. I edited this looking for an editing job. And then people started subscribing. So I never wanted to be a YouTuber. That wasn't really what I was aiming for. It's a cool job though. I'll take it. 1% of your bankroll, Sim. If you have $2,000, your unit size should be $20. Will you have your bets on the court for college football? Yeah, of course. For college football and NFL, I do full articles with like write-ups and stuff. So I don't really do the write-ups because it's just a lot, and I'm not like much of a baseball guy. For football, you'll have a post with like my written articles and all that. Most important piece of equipment, staff member. Oh, for a content creator. I thought you were asking me. For a content creator, for me, it's the computers. To render all the graphics quickly. But I also do some pretty, like these 3D motion graphics on the screen, and there's a lot of aspects to the process where if you don't have like a serious machine, it really would be challenging. So I have some pretty serious computers here. T-Moss said Babano from Pub Sports would do NHL. I had him on once. His schedule doesn't work. But you know what? Now that we're doing the midnight show, I should probably reach out again because he came on once on the 4 p.m. show, but he couldn't do it repeatedly because of his schedule. What's your main source, YouTube or betting? Content, definitely. YouTube, the website. Yeah, I wanted to. I more want to build like I'm much more interested in the media side than the professional betting side. Professional betting, it's not a joke, man. Like, I like to have fun, and if you really want to, like, okay, I'm gonna make betting my income. Number one, it's very difficult unless you want to go down the road of doing some kind of top-down betting, stuff like that, which comes with its own challenges. But number one, it's difficult. Number two, I'm sure a lot of people are here in this chat and watch this channel because they enjoy betting on sports. Takes all the fun out of it, man. You can't, like Monday Night Football, if there's no value, you're passing. As in, you're not going to bet it. I don't have it in me to pass on them. Are you kidding? I'm picking a side, man. It's Monday Night Football. So it seems like a good idea when you're betting for entertainment. But then when you actually look into what that would consist of betting for a living, it's not very fun. It's really stressful. It's a very volatile lifestyle. It's not for me. I like the fun. I love the show. Like, that's just more, not to mention, I feel like I have a higher ceiling doing the show. Everyone has different skill sets. And I feel like I'm good at this. I feel like the show does well. So I just feel like there's a much higher ceiling for me professionally with the show anyway. Appreciate it, Tinker. Just want to say thank you. Been watching since last college football season. Y'all literally made me like baseball. That comment just made Toast day. That's his favorite thing. When someone says, I didn't used to like baseball and now I like it. Toast loves that. How do you become a professional sports bettor? You win enough money betting on sports to pay your bills. That's how. It's not like you don't go wait in a line or fill out a form. You just start. You win enough to live. You know what? I've never asked Rod. I should reach out to him, though. I know Rod. I've never asked him before. I didn't realize he did NHL, to be honest. Who's my GOAT? What, like, athlete? What is top-down betting? Oh, okay, so top-down betting would be steam chasing. So it's very popular, where people who are betting that method will, I mean, they might not even know anything about sports. They might even not even be able to tell you who the quarterback is. They're just literally sitting there staring at 6 or 7 odd screens, and they know which sports books are the sharper books that tape sharp action. So, for example, Pinnacle is considered to be a sharper book, and they'll literally sit there with all the odd screens up waiting for Pinnacle to move, let's say. And as soon as Pinnacle drops from 8.5 to 8, they'll go grab the plus 8.5 on all the other sports books. So basically, you're conjuring CLV by simply watching what the sharper sports books are doing. It's a very vanilla definition of it, but it's like steam chasing. How's your love life? Do you have a girlfriend? I have a girl that I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm not much of a social media person as far as my personal life, but yeah. What's the best way to get CLV on NFL's college football? It's tough, man. I bet early, bet at line open. If you're able to be active, try to beat some injury updates. As soon as you see it, go hit it somewhere. It's tough. I mean, football's really, really challenging to profit from. Those lines are really sharp, and they're getting sharper earlier in the week every year. How much money are you up or down in sports betting? Like lifetime? No, I have no idea. I have no idea, man. I've been betting a long time. Wait, Kyle, you don't have kids now. I don't bet spreads, only money lines. What do you think of that? Yeah, man. I mean, you could price out any market you want. It's cool. I'm about to try the carnivore diet. Have you ever tried that or another one that worked? No, I mean, I've tried. Those never work for me. I feel like you have to go about dieting like you go about every other thing, every other progression-based life achievement, just like betting, man. Just make small changes and try to change your lifestyle up a little bit. It's kind of like, man, when you try to make a large change like that, it almost never works out. It's kind of like the lottery. Like the bankruptcy rate for people that win the lottery is super high. Why? Because anyone who is in that mindset, making the decision of buying a lottery ticket, is not the type of person that can hold on to money even if they had it. The way I look at things is, the metaphor I use is like we're all running, making money is like we're all running an endless race, right? And people think that are in the back of the race, aka people who don't have a lot of money, think, oh, all my problems will be solved if someone would just pick me up and put me at the front of the race. If somebody just gave me $100,000, all my problems would be solved. That's how people in the back of the race think. But in reality, instead of thinking like that, they should be focusing on learning how to run. Because if you focus on learning how to run, you're going to look up and realize you're at the front of the race. Doesn't matter where you are on the race. It matters whether or not you're running. That was probably really, really lame. But that's the metaphor I use. If you want to die, you got to get out of Jersey. Too many good food joints. All right, 12:31. 2 more minutes. What do you think of this insanity of men competing in women's sports? Dude, I'm not. I don't know. Who were the first 3 people I hired onto the team? Toast was first. I think Jess was second. And then Prop Beaver, I think. How long since I stopped smoking cigarettes? Like 9 years. Would you ever do a Premier League soccer? I mean, it's a matter of, I don't know enough about Premier League soccer to contribute anything. So, what beat do you use on the show? These are all individually produced. They're mine. Did you ever have the makings of a varsity athlete? I did play football at high school. I quit senior year. I was having to. I remember junior year looking up in the stands, and I had friends that did everything, but I'd say like half of my friends played football and the other half played soccer. And my friends that played soccer were up in the stands, like getting blasted with all the girls. And I basically, second half of high school, I fell in love with partying. That's what I like to do. And that's really all I cared about for the next like 8 or 9 years, which put me into the predicament I was in my mid-20s. Top 3 athletes. Back in the day, I was a Tony Romo fan. Felt like he never got any respect. That dude was so good. Did you hear DraftKings won't be limiting bettors starting 20? Man, there's all kinds of potential changes on the horizon. I try not to even. One thing, something I have learned over the years, and I know this isn't exactly what you asked, but man, if there's like potential changes that people are like about, whether it's potential political changes or whatever, why don't we cross that bridge if we get to it? Because more often than not, we never get to the bridge that people are screaming about. Every couple months, somebody's telling me the world's going to end. It never does. So, yeah, I'm not like a panicker, I guess is the best way I would put it. That sounds insane, though, and untrue. I'd be very surprised. I mean, people would clean DraftKings out if they weren't limited on it. So I don't know if that's realistic. I hadn't heard that. Just curious, did you vote? I did not. I'd be supporting whatever independent. I kind of think both sides are really hateful. They both criticize the other side for doing the same thing, like spreading, I just think it spreads a lot of negativity, and I also think the process of obtaining votes. The thing is, if people stop caring, then they lose money. People caring and voting is how they draw their income. That's how they run these big time campaigns. So if people stop caring, they lose money. So in turn, how they make money is scaring the shit out of people, both sides. Scaring the shit out of people, making them feel like they have to care and they have to vote, when in a lot of instances, yeah. All right. It is 12:35. I'm going to get back to Miami of Ohio, where this is where I left off right here. Oh no, I finished Miami of Ohio. I'm on Northern Illinois. No, I'm starting Ohio. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to it. Everyone, yeah, we're back tomorrow with the real show. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be up for a while if you need me.